Avadhuta Chintana Shri Gurudeva Datta. Lord Dattatreya is worshipped widely by people in Maharashtra, parts of Gujarat, Karnataka, and the Telugu speaking states. In the Kali Yuga, the remarkable glory of the sacred tradition is spreading rapidly to other parts of the world, thanks to the divine grace of Lord Dattatreya, who took multiple avatars to guide society towards the spiritual path. In the earlier part of this epoch, the Lord incarnated as Shripada Srivallabha, Sri Narasimha Saraswati, Sri Manik Prabhu of Manik Nagar, and Sri Swami Samarth of Akalkot, among others. Even today, Lord Datta blesses devotees in unfathomable ways through his different Guru incarnations. I express my heartfelt reverence to the great sages of the Dattatreya Sampradaya who have graced our revered land with their divine presence over the centuries. I invite my dear listeners to enjoy a brief story about the lives of three important gurus from this glorious tradition. Sri Krishna Saraswati was born on February 7, 1836 in Nandani village of Kolhapur district to Appa Joshi and Annapurna, who were devout followers of Lord Dattatreya. Pleased by their sincere prayers, the Lord granted them a boon, stating that a son would be born in their family. However, to their disappointment, Sri Krishna Saraswati did not speak until the age of 7 when his parents conducted his threat ceremony. At the age of 10, he granted them a divine darshan of Lord Vittal of Pandharpur, leaving them with the impression that he was a divine incarnation destined to guide humanity towards spirituality. Upon expressing his desire to renounce family ties, his parents, realizing his inherent divinity, reluctantly supported his mission to uplift humanity. Thus, at the age of 12, Sri Krishna Saraswati left home, journeyed from his village and reached the boundary of Akalkot, where Sri Swami Samarth welcomed this incarnation of the Lord with open arms. Taking the hand of the lad, Swami Samarth led him to a nearby forest. This remarkable meeting of the two divine souls set Krishna Saraswati on a new path. From Akalkot, Sri Krishna Saraswati moved to Kolhapur and resided in the house of a woman named Tarabai in Kumbhar Galli or Potter Lane. Here, he became known as Kumbhar Maharaj and performed numerous miracles to alleviate the sorrows of the people. Among his many devotees and disciples were prominent figures such as Krishna Lad, Vasudalvi, Ramdas Bua, Ramakrishna Farooq, Mahatba, and later Sri Namdev Maharaj, who became an enlightened saint in his own right. For the invaluable service Tarabai rendered to him, Sri Krishna Saraswati blessed her with salvation in her next birth. After travelling to various places across Maharashtra and performing divine acts, Sri Krishna Saraswati attained Samadhi in 1900 at Kolhapur. Dondi Bua, also known as Dondi Raj Maharaj, was born in 1820 to a pious Marathi couple, Babaji and Jijai, in present-day Palus city of Sangli district, Maharashtra. From his childhood, Dondi Bua was an introvert, often meditating in solitude. As Palus was a small village and lacked schools, Dondi Bua remained illiterate, frequently tending to cattle. A spiritual turning point in his life occurred years later when Sri Swami Samarth appeared in Mangalveda around 1840 and stayed for 12 years. It was during this period that Swami Samarth and Dondi Bua met, where Swami instructed him to chant the holy name of Ramachandra instead of recommending rigorous spiritual austerities. By divine grace, Dondi Bua diligently chanted this sacred name and miraculously reached a blissful state of awakening. Following this divine initiation, Dondi Bua returned to Palus, renounced his family ties, and wandered to neighboring villages, visiting the sacred shrine of Dhaval Malik in the Sangameshwar mountains. He begged for food, placing it in a loosely hanging bag that he received as alms, sharing it with stray dogs and wild animals. He roamed about with the humble possessions of a food bag, a kettle, a coarse blanket, and a stick. Initially, the locals considered him a madman, but as his fame grew because of the miracles he performed, they began to address him respectfully as Dondi Raj Maharaj. He encouraged his devotees to chant the name of Ramachandra as he did and recommended that some visit sacred shrines or go to Gondwale to seek the grace of Sri Brahma Chaitanya Gondwalekar Maharaj. another great 19th century Maharashtrian saint. Dhondi Bua Maharaj often referred to himself and his contemporaries Swami Samarth, Sri Krishna Saraswati, Anna Bua Mirajkar, and Hari Bua Faltankar as the Sant Panchayat or the Five Saints. He led by example, emphasizing the significance of Annadan or distributing food to needy people. He was a realized soul who remained indifferent to praise or criticism, maintaining a simple and austere life while upholding divine qualities of universal love and kindness for all living beings. A few notable disciples of Dhondi Bua Maharaj included Sri Sahane, the district administrator of Tasgaon, Sri Krishnadev Sakharam Fanase from Puse Savalli, Sardar Kharderkar of Kolhapur, and Shamrao Patil of Palus. On the 9th day of the 2-week Vaishaka period in 1908, Dhondi Bua Maharaj attained Samadhi. Devotees have established a Samadhi shrine in the village of Palus, which is worshipped by people even today. Anna Bua Mirajkar, commonly known as Anna Bua, was born to a Kulkarni family in the village of Borpadle, located in the Kolhapur district of Maharashtra. His parents were devoted followers of the second incarnation of Lord Dattatreya, Sri Narasimha Saraswati, who blessed them with a divine child. When they brought the infant to the sacred shrine of Narsobhavadi, where Sri Narasimha Saraswati resided in the 15th century, Lord Dattatreya appeared to the couple in a dream, instructing them to leave the infant at the sacred shrine and return to their village. Following the divine command, they entrusted the child to the Almighty. As a young boy, Anna Bua travelled extensively in and around Narsobhavadi, Shirol, Mysal, Sangli and Miraj. He was a Digambar saint who roamed naked, having long arms, a radiant face and the mark of a third eye on his forehead. The 3 rings around his neck symbolized the Hindu Trinity. Both Swami Samarth and Sri Krishna Saraswati played significant roles in promoting the divinity of Anna Bua Mirajkar. Once, when a leprosy patient approached Swami Samarth in Akalkot seeking help, the Swami redirected the patient to Anna Bua, suggesting that both he and Anna Bua were manifestations of Lord Dattatreya. In another instance, Sri Krishna Saraswati visited the Samadhi of Anna Bua and spoke near the shrine. To the astonishment of the onlookers, the Samadhi of Anna Bua responded with the words, "Krishna, are you and I different? Your work is going well." During his lifetime, Anna Bua Maharaj performed countless miracles, alleviating the worldly sorrows of his devotees. His life was chronicled by some of his disciples, including Keshav Moreshwar Kulkarni of Mysal and V. Go Satya of Miraj, who authored Datta Digambara Anna Bua Maharaj Charitra. On June 9, 1872, Anna Bua Maharaj attained Samadhi in Miraj, leading to him being addressed as Anna Bua Mirajkar, as his mortal remains were enshrined there by a wealthy devotee named Balaji Purushottam Shah, whose descendants currently maintain the shrine. Every year on the Samadhi anniversary of Anna Bua Mirajkar, people celebrate the 7-day festival alongside daily rituals and regular worship. Additionally, there is a small shrine containing the Padukas or sacred footwear of Gurus of Anna Bua Mirajkar, located at his birthplace in Borpadle village and in Shirol, where Anna Bua Maharaj briefly resided. And this concludes the life story of the 3 Dattatreya saints of Maharashtra who lived between the 19th and 20th centuries. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.